21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
A little bit more on the event. We're going to have two sessions. The first session is going to be the state of the advanced EV and autonomous mobility industry as of right now. We're actually going to publish a large report that we do annually on the state of the industry, which we're also going to put out there. It's going to be about 150, 160 page report that talks about the different technology where we are really right now with electrical mobility, with autonomous mobility, with different regulations. We also have an almanac of what all the big companies are doing in this space. So I think that will be very useful for anybody curious and interested to really understand, it'll be a book on its own to really understand where the industry is today. And then I can tell you the first panel, we're going to have a great discussion with a number of leading up-and-comers in electric and autonomous mobility. So Giraud, I mentioned, founder and CEO of Damon Motorcycles, will be with us. Robert Falck, founder and CEO of Einride from Sweden. Praveen, Penmetsa, CEO and founder of Monarch Tractor, and Monika, Mikac, Chief Business Officer of QEV Tech, who is also part of the founding team at Rimac. And we also have one more special guest on that panel. The second session we're going to be doing on EV charging infrastructure and the successful impact of government stimulus. This across different countries, different regions. In China, this has been a huge driver, the government stimulus and government regulations. Same thing in Europe, and we're expecting fully that in the US, with the new administration, there's going to be a massive push behind this. Infrastructure, green infrastructure is going to be a massive jobs program. And if successful, in their top 10 list of things they're trying to achieve, they're going to be, it's going to be the signature policy for Biden, at least in the first 4 years. So we'll see how that goes. So some of the guests there, we have Marc Joseph, as I mentioned, he's CEO of Mobitas Advisors and the co-chair of the infrastructure committee for Biden. Francois Gaudet, head of Thematic Impact Finance Operations at European Investment Bank. Shao, founder CEO of Ampli Power. Marc, Bédard, founder CEO of the Lion Electric Company that is going to be public via SPAC very shortly here. And Bob Bouhuijs, I hope I pronounced his name right, CEO of Heliox Technology, and a few others. And from our team, so I will be hosting the first part along with one of my associate vice presidents out of Drake Star New York office, Lyle Finkler. And the second part will be hosted by our colleagues in Amsterdam, Frank Verbeek, Dominic Hod, and Sherry Fahim. So that's how our team kind of splits up this event. So it should be a great event. We'll also, for those that can't make the whole 2.5 hours, we will post a recording later. So I encourage everybody to register regardless. And you'll also get a copy of our mobility report as soon as it gets through compliance and becomes available. So that's a little bit about the event itself. And generally, it's pretty easy to find me online, golomb.net. My website, if somebody is contemplating a project, if they're getting into growth stages, and obviously I speak software and e-commerce and AI and other sectors, not just mobility. I just focus most of my time on mobility these days, as it's kind of an area that I specialize in. But I did spend most of my career in software side.
Thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed today's show, please head over to iTunes, give us a rating, and leave a review.
#21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.